Drugs begin to take hold.
You're either in or you're out. Right now.
I want to gamble.
I never want to hear those words out of your mouth again.
Gambling is not your problem.
Has anybody ever told you before your bad luck?
Most gamblers, when they go to gamble, they go to win.
Those were my mother's dying words.
When we go to gamble, we go to lose. Show me the money.
Get out of here, man.
Show you the money.
Honestly, let's just go. Let's go to Vegas.
Look at you got that, Jerry. I want you to say what you would mean it, brother. Show me the money!
It's the Sports Memory Vegas pregame show.
Happy Championship Sunday, boys and girls. It is another great day to win some money. But before we get into today's slate, Marcus, what did you think about that fight last night?
It kind of reminded me a lot of gambling, right? McGregor starts off kind of hot. So if you're riding that high, think you're going to win, then you get your ass knocked out at the end of the game. Truthfully, the only thing that kind of upset me about the whole thing was watching the recaps on ESPN this morning. No highlights of the damn knockout. You got to stream other places, look other places to watch them get knocked out cold.
Oh, you know what? If ESPN doesn't have those rights, they're giving it to nobody for sure.
Well, they're showing highlights, just not the glamour shot there.
The most important one. I mean, yeah, last night was just so shocking. I mean, you had multiple underdogs win. That Chandler kid came in pumped up and beat the hell out of Hooker. It was a great night of fighting, and follows up today of a great day of football. So let's jump into it. Let's start with Tampa Bay, Green Bay, Battle of the Bays. What are some bets you like in this one?
Well, I'm just gonna jump right into the goodness here. This is gonna be my lock of the day.
There we go.
And I know you repeatedly called me a nerd for looking at the weather, but when I like betting games, I like to know everything that's going on. Over under 53. Green Bay is a 3-point favorite at home. Just like everyone was talking last week, it's hard to beat Brady 3 times. It's not easy to beat Aaron Rodgers twice. I am going to take Green Bay just money line in this one. I think that's right around minus 205, but my lock is under 53. The snow is going to be out there. It's going to be cold. Both teams play sufficient enough defenses. You'll see some caution to not turn it over. Rodgers isn't getting picked multiple times again by the same team. Lock in under 53.
Yeah, and I'm in no way calling meteorologists nerds. I'm just calling you a nerd.
I know.
for doing that. I love the under in this game too. I think it's a great line. In my mind, I see this game being 31-21, which would be right at 52. So I do think it's the under 2. I like Green Bay by obviously I just said 10-point game. I like them by at least a touchdown. I know you're taking just Green Bay money line. I'm actually taking some extra juice and I'm teasing that up to Green Bay minus 6.5. That'll be part of my parlay that I'll get to the end. But again, you gave your lock, so I have to give my lock. And I typically don't like doing props as locks, but this one just seems too easy, and it's plus money. It's over 3.5 first half touchdowns. I know 4 touchdowns can sound like a lot. 14. Again, it's not running, it's not passing. It is total touchdowns over 3.5 in the first half. I think that's, again, that is my lock. I love that. What are some other things you like in this game?
Well, I'll give you the 4 tutties in the first half as long as they play some defense to follow up. One interesting prop is it's for both games. Who's going to have the most points? But it's over under 37.5. I'm kind of on the edge with it because I think one team might get to 38 in the next game we're going to talk about. And you know which one that is. But at 37.5, I think the smart play is to go under, which I'll take that, add that in for a little fun juice, extra sweat. Interesting play I really like for I'm a sucker for first touchdown props. I think we've all kind of got hooked on it because you win or lose early. MVS, Valdez Scantling, man. He's 17-1 in some sites, upwards of 20-1.
Yep.
Obviously, they're going to try and get the ball to Devontae, pound it with Aaron Jones. I'm looking for a very comparable play to what they ran to get Devontae in the end zone against Jalen, get him in motion, get him moving, similar play, but have a little break off that. And Valdez Scantling is going to be the guy in my mind to
you do see teams
that
kind of over plan for something like that works. I could definitely see where two corners get lost with Adams and that leaves MVS wide open. That's a great call on your part. To give a little bit of numbers, a little bit of substance to my confidence in Green Bay, road teams with 3 consecutive road games are 1-7 against the spread since 2012. If you go all the way back to 1986, when neither one of us were even born,
not a twinkle in our father's eye.
Not even close. Teams are 5-15 against the spread when doing 3 consecutive road games. So again, that's why I just love Green Bay in this one. Again, you and I love the under. Some things that contradict that is the Packers have gone over in their last 6 games, and we are seeing the number 1 and number 2 team in points per play. So again, all of those scream over, but trust Marcus and I, we're both going under in this.
Yeah, and a fun prop also, Leonard Fournette over under 40. I think it's 49.5 rushing yards. I like it. It's just scary because Tampa does like to rotate guys, which is usually part of what Brady does. But you're going to want the bigger back in the snow to get some traction and fall forward and get some good yards. So I do like the over for Fournette there.
Yeah, speaking of the run game, the Bucs have the second best rush D, and Rodgers really likes to throw the ball and goal to go. That's why another fun prop I like in this is Rodgers over 2.5 touchdowns at plus 140. I don't think they try to run in those short yardage plays. I think they run a lot of those rub routes like you were just explaining down towards the goal line.
Yeah. So, do you have any other fun ones for this game, or should we get to should be a more exciting, awesome, explosive game?
I think it's definitely the better game. It's a nightmare to bet. So I'm super curious what plays you have in this Buffalo Kansas City game.
Well, here's what I've got. I don't think any or many Tampa fans are traveling up to Lambeau to deal with the harsh conditions. But you know who is traveling well? Bills Mafia. They are lighting it up in Kansas City right now. Tables are going to be breaking aplenty. Actually, I wish JC was here, so I'm going to put him on the spot. He's having a rough morning. A while back, a bunch of us went to Buffalo for our first road Steelers game, which is a tradition I've continued, and obviously we went to the Jacksonville road game. They're just
yes,
fun.
We did.
So I wanted to go out, and no one wanted to join me. So JC flipped the coin, lost, so he partied with me till 5 a.m. So we're getting up 10 o'clock in the morning for the game, and he rolls out of bed, goes to put his pants on, and falls face forward into the wall. It was amazing. And the reason I tell you this is simply because the best quarterback in this game is going to win today, and that's going to be Josh Allen.
Wow, upset special.
It's the upset special. I'm going to be locking in the Bills plus 3.5 because I love the hook. Points are going to be aplenty, man. I think this is going to end on either a missed field goal or possibly a 2-point conversion, miss or fail at the end of the game. It's going to be tight, so I do like the Bills plus 3.5. I'm going to be kind of soft for the Bills. I want to see Josh Allen go through a flaming table, man. I do like the over, but I'm torn on that one. But take the Bills plus 3.5 and look for Josh Allen to continue his insanely hot streak. He's been playing amazing.
Let me put my nerd glasses on real quick. The Chiefs are 0-8-1 against the spread in their last 9 games. The Bills are 9-1 against the spread in the last 10 games. I love Buffalo plus 3.5. You and I are on the same page there. I do think the Chiefs win, which is why I also have a prop as Kansas City last to score. I have them at negative 134 as last to score. I see them kicking a field goal as time expires. I also think this game is super tight. We just don't know how healthy Mahomes is. And I'm not even just talking about the neck and head. That toe injury was significant. Very significant.
Sometimes a bad turf toe can put guys out for 8-10 weeks. Yeah. It can really hinder them. But Buffalo's going to run the ball a little bit. They have to, because Cleveland showed that they could do it. Yeah, they're going to have to, do some play action, get Josh Allen moving, because he's just been nothing short of incredible. But this is just a beautiful game to watch. I think we're going to have two completely opposite of the spectrum games here, and I'm all here for it, baby.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people forget that these teams have already played each other. And in the first matchup, Kansas City rushed for 245 yards. So they only scored 43 points. This was an extremely low scoring game. So I know you're flirting with the over in this game. I love the under. A fun little prop I have, just because I've been successful with it now in 2 weeks. So, third time will probably not be a charm, but I'm taking over 3.5 total field goals at plus 115. Again, I think this game gets very tight. I think both teams have a little bit of an underrated defense. And I think this is a lot of ball control today. As you just mentioned, both teams really eyeing in on the run.
Gotcha. And that was 3.5 over under 3.5 field goals.
Yes.
Good. That's a fun one. Obviously you're only looking for 3 field goals for the whole game minus Kansas City's game winner.
Yes, exactly.
So I could definitely run with that. Are we going to have any plus 50 touchdowns, any plus 40 touchdowns? We're due for one explosion play, right?
All 4 of these teams are capable, right? Outside of Brady, who hasn't been throwing the deep ball not that great this year, Mahomes, Allen, and Rodgers all can drop it in a bucket, and you can never count out the GOAT for one big play. So I love that over. I think I'm looking at it right now, over 47.5. Longest touchdown of the day today is what I'm seeing. I like that. I think that's a good bet.
Yeah, an anytime touchdown that I actually do really like today is Chris Godwin. Brady lauds him. He loves him. Talks about it might be the best hands he's ever played with. And Chris Godwin has struggled the last couple of weeks with some simpler catches, but also making just big time plays. Look for him to get in the end zone today. Anytime touchdown for sure in Tampa Bay.
Yep. Yeah. I think people are making a little bit more out of the AB being out. I mean, AB and Tom never really got on the same page. I mean, he was pretty much irrelevant last week. But I do think Godwin has a bounce back game. He's played some of his worst football, but Brady isn't giving up on him. So no. I love Godwin anytime touchdown as well in that first game. So my last play for this Kansas City Buffalo game is Chiefs to win between 1 and 6. Me and Marcus have both been this entire time saying how close we think this game is going to be. That's why I'm locking in Chiefs to win by 1 to 6 points. That pays out at plus 275. If any of you guys haven't done this before, if they win by 7, if they win by 10, doesn't matter. They have to win between 1 and 6 points. But plus 275, I mean, that is almost 4 to 1. In my mind and in Marcus's mind, who we both think this is going to be a close game, I'm taking almost 4 to 1 odds every time.
Yeah, so overtime would be an essential lock for that one.
Exactly. Do you have anything else in this game or the other game?
Nope, that's pretty much it. We are going to put up something, a little snippet for if you're missing most of this, so that way you can see our picks on paper, so you can emulate those and make some money. I'm getting my big parlay. It's going to be $100, and it's Bills plus the points and under in Green Bay. So hopefully we should get a really good return there.
It wouldn't be you and I if we didn't have a parlay, right?
Yeah. So parlays are the best.
Yep, I'm going with a monster one today. I'm going with a 4-bet parlay. I said earlier I like Green Bay by at least touchdown, so I'm taking Green Bay minus 6.5. I'm taking the under 53, and I'm taking Buffalo plus 3.5 and the under 54.5. That pays out to plus 1,700, folks. $10 will win you 180. Those again, that's what I like. That's my parlay. You don't have to throw a lot of money on it to have a really, really good payday.
Yeah, and also before we wrap up here, obviously we've only got ideally 12 quarters left of NFL football, but the three of us, I know it's heartbreaking, right? The three of us, we're not just degenerates for football. We just love to gamble, so we will be covering college basketball, NBA, and I'm on a hot streak in hockey, and we will be bringing that to you, but we just don't want to overload anything yet, but it's something to look forward to in the coming weeks.
And our motto, unders are for pussies, even though I'm taking unders today, definitely hold true for hockey. I've been hammering NHL overs, and it's been lucrative. Business is a booming.
I love to hear it.
All right, Marcus, good luck to you. Good luck to everyone else, and let's go make some money.
Let's go.
See ya.